Okay, thank you for joining us, Robert. We kind of set this story up a little bit, but please, you wrote the article about the Tom Beckman and the alleged kidnapping. What do you know about that? What do we know?
Well, I should caution that most of this information comes from the alleged victim. Obviously it was his experience, and there's been a little bit of conversation between law enforcement and Todd Beckman, who, of course, as you may have already told listeners, is this local executive who, has a chain of gyms, massage parlors, and tanning salons. But apparently, Beckman is being accused of being involved in holding this guy from Maplewood for between 2 and 3 days, and he's being accused of being one of 5 people who either beat or tasered this guy during that ordeal.
Any idea of the relationship between the victim and any of the alleged perpetrators?
No, there's no relationship information. There's no motive. Some of the people who have been charged have a business relationship, but I have no idea. I know the victim's name, but don't know anything about him.
And was this guy hospitalized? Did he require doctor's care after being released?
There's also no information about that. This all happened kind of at the end of the day, Friday, so some of the things fell through the cracks. But other than being beaten and kicked and shocked with a taser, and sort of chained up in a couple of different locations, there's no other information about any kind of injuries he suffered. Hopefully it's just surface damage.
Right. And in looking at your article, reading from it, Robert, in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, you indicate that Blake Lobinger, one of the alleged accomplices, demanded that the man sign a document. Any idea what the document said?
No, unless it was part of the, sort of this ransom money that they were, something of value they were trying to get. The charging documents say that these guys got some monetary payment, but then also this document. So, was that another asset that was signed over? It's not clear.
Jay and I were also saying, if such an odd amount, why $27,000?
Yeah. Well, there's going to be these guys are going to be back in court tomorrow for a detention hearing and maybe a preliminary examination. So I'm hoping we'll find out a little bit more and some of these questions will be answered. But yeah, it is an odd amount, and there's no clear reason here. Certainly no reason why a businessman with all this who by all appearances was doing very well. Why would he be involved in this low stakes ransom demand?
Yeah.
That's essentially what his lawyer said Friday. Is like, here's this successful guy. This is we're talking about $27,000 here.
All right. Well, certainly with the upcoming court hearings, we'll learn more, and we'll look for updates from you, Robert Patrick, in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Thank you for joining us and kind of talking about this very strange story.
Sure, no problem.
It is 7:30, KTRS, the Big 550.